Okay, so situation is what the project team does not feel confident that they can complete the work for the next set of deliverable of the project and would rather spend more time exploring deliverables expected many months down the line. What can a project manager do to get the team focused on the near term deliverables? In any case, can we change the scope? Okay,
No.
not possible, right? So this answer is
Yeah.
good. Group the near term deliverables into one deliverable. You are already late, you will group more deliverables into one deliverable. What they are asking to do, they are asking you to focus on near term deliverable. And as I said, answer is always in the from the last part of the question. If you will read the first part, answer will be different. If you read the last part, answer will be different. So guys, what is the answer? We have eliminated one already. Can you do this? The last one, make one person accountable for the deliverables. Is it a right approach? Never. Now remaining is 2 and 3 or B or C. Osman, yes, this is the right answer. That's what happens when you eliminate others. So you have logical one remaining in front of you, so you can select one of them. What about others? What is your answer? Usman has given the correct answer.
Asal story there.
Hafiz, what do you think? It is your answer, Hafiz.
Sir, I don't get the answer of that urgency, sir. I think there should be another option there, sir.
The correct answer is actually create a sense of urgency. The thing was near term deliverable. Near term deliverable means urgency. But if you group the near term deliverables into one deliverable, it will not create any urgency. It will create more backlogs. That instead of releasing it, you are focusing to uh, deliver more, which is a wrong. So this is also wrong, and C was the correct answer. Great, no problem. Let's go next. The business is unclear on the direction and when features are to be expected for an agile managed projects. What project artifacts help communicate the goals, milestones, and potential deliverables? Where we write those things, answer is very easy. But please remember that in agile, in predictive, we call this document charter. In predictive, what we call this document charter. In agile, what we call it? Answer on the chat, please. Yes, Mr. Mani and Mr. Hafiz, very good. What about others? Naveed, no. Why? Naveed, this does not exist in Agile in detailed level. There is only one document here which reflects the Agile, which is product roadmap. This is the only document or artifact which is reflecting Agile in these options or from these options. Great. Let's go next. The business is anxious to get a portion of the project's creations out into the marketplace to get the end user feedback and impressions before the entire product is finished. What must the project team establish for their release to end users? Very good question. Very logical question. Take the time, then I'll answer. I don't want to jump directly. No, Naveed, no. You guys are not understanding the question and answering without understanding it, making a guess. If you will do this, your answer will always be wrong. You should know what is the question first, then answer accordingly. What the question is saying that you want to release a portion of the creation into marketplace to get the feedback. What you will do for the release to end user. What we release in the smaller amount is called as what we release. Yes, exactly. Now you got it right. Minimum viable product. That's what we released in the market to collect the feedback. And we don't release minimum viable product. We release minimum business increment. What we release? We release the minimum business increment. For sure, you guys have forgotten, right? The discussion. You don't remember anything from there. Is it? You guys remember anything?
Action now.
Yes. So to kill the concept here, so you don't repeat those things later on, please watch the video and save in your mind so you don't need to remember it again. Mhm. I explained in actually at the time of agile part. You guys have forgotten somehow. Share. Here is the browser. Here is the sound. And watch the video.
One of the cornerstones of Agile is to release incrementally. Build a small but complete piece, release it, learn from it, pivot if needed, and then do it again. But that's not all there is to it. What you build in each of these incremental releases depends on what your objective is. If you're trying to figure out whether a new product or service is viable, you probably should release a minimum viable product. A minimum viable product is often a prototype, where some functionality is simulated or even performed manually. The idea is to do just enough work to get something in front of potential customers and learn what they really want. Because a minimum viable product is an investment for discovery. If you're expanding or enhancing an existing product or service, you probably should release a minimum business increment. A minimum business increment is the smallest releasable chunk of value that makes sense from a business perspective. A minimum business increment is an investment for revenue. Minimum business increments offer several benefits. They add value for your customers. They help you determine if you're building the right thing. They help you figure out if you're building the right way. They give you a way to determine if what you're building is actually useful. And they enhance your ability to deliver value in the future. Minimum business increments are one of the most useful concepts in Agile, perfect for setting your Agile increment.
This video was actually exactly what the question was asking. So I hope now you got it. Did you?
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
So we release actually minimum viable product. And now to connect your understanding, I discussed something called wireframe, low fidelity and high fidelity. At least you guys should have remembered wireframe. I said low frame, we make it on the papers, and high fidelity, we make it on the computers to show as a prototype when we are collecting the requirements. Usman, at least both of you, Usman, you should know that we did in last class.
Yes, sir.
So that is what minimum viable product, which we check it with the help of high fidelity prototypes. What is velocity? The speed with which we complete the story points. What are the story points? It's the required efforts you need to complete a task or a user story. A sprint cycle, which is the size of the sprint. Let's go next. A list of stakeholders who will receive communications about the project will appear in which of the following documents? And answer is very easy. It's a 2-second answer. Who will receive what information, how, when? Where is it mentioned? Who will receive what information, how, and when, and with which frequency, by which technology? Hafiz, you are not listening, right? Who needs what information, how, and in which format, which frequency, which technology is mentioned in communications management plan. Yes, Naveed, you are correct. It is mentioned in communications management plan. In a stakeholder register, we write down who is our stakeholder and what information they need. What information they need. Who will receive, how, when, which. This is what 100% communication management plan. Great. Next, which of the following is not a component of communication management plan? Now let's try your luck again. Says is not a component of communication plan. Usman, this is the part, this is the input of communication. How it cannot be? Or no, or yes, what do you think? Is not a component, okay? Not, and we are not discussing input and output, we are saying component. Which of the following is not a component of the communications management plan? Your answer was correct, Usman. Rest of your answers are not correct. Because it's an input, it's not a component. It's an input to communication management plan, not component. So I am referring to stakeholder register is not the component of communication management plan. Instead, it's input to the communication management plan. Next, after integrating the communications management plan into the overall project plan, what would be the next logical step? Wait, just say something. Half is yes. So you this one? No. This is during it. What you will do after making the communication management plan and integrating it? After making it, you will do what? You will distribute to all the stakeholders. Not everyone, but all the stakeholders. Normally, what I say when you find the word all is not the right word. Which one of these is a risk? I think I should not tell you. You should give me the answer directly. Which of these is a risk? And the definition of risk is may, might, the lowest probability because it has not happened. There is a chance of happening. Yes, Usman, correct. What about others? No, Mr. Munir. The word which relevant to the risk. May, might, could, would. These are the words for the risk normally. If I do this, it might happen. If I do this, it would happen. It would happen. That is what a risk. We think it is possible. We have determined means it's not a risk anymore because we have determined. There are not, we have calculated it. The reason has already caused, which means it's an issue now. It's not a risk because risk is something which has not occurred. So correct answer is B. Next, which of the following is a good example of mitigating the probability of the risk of becoming overcome with the smoke on a project? Mitigating the risk. I think it's an easy answer. Exactly, Usman. Sayyid Usman, no. Okay, so answer is A. Install smoke detectors. This is what mitigating. Which technique is written in C? It's a transfer or it's a share?
Sir, it's a transfer, sir. Sorry, it's a share.
C is the transfer, right? Or
Yeah.
share? C is the transfer. Look, hire another company to do the part of the work, it's here. But if you read till last, that could result in a fire. So you transfer the ownership of the risk to a third party. Okay. Great. Next, what is the difference between avoiding a threat and mitigating it? Before I say something, you guys find the answer by yourself, please. I gave you the keywords. Usman, no. Usman, read it carefully. Both of you, both Usman. Why you guys are not focusing when you are answering the question? You are just doing the wild guess, nothing else. Avoid. Avoid never means reduce. Reduce means mitigate. How A can be the answer? Outsource. Outsource means share. How share can be the answer when you're avoiding? Avoid, I always told you a keyword. Avoid means changing the plan. That's what we call it, avoid. Changing the plan. So now which one is from C or D? Now you got it. Avoid means to change the plan. Mitigate means to reduce the impact or probability. Read carefully, guys. The word is very clear in front of you. Next, engaging with stakeholders is time intensive during project planning. The sponsor would like to know what all the fuss is about and get an explanation from the PM about what is taking so long. The PM explains the need for a stakeholder engagement strategy with which of the following statement. From these statements, which one says stakeholder engagement? Half is yes, correct. Naved, yes, good. Sayed Usman, no. The best answer which explains from these four is A. Effectively engage a stakeholder in decision and execution based on the analysis of their need, interest, and potential impact. Okay, A was stakeholder engagement. What B is referring to? what B is referring to. That's what I have taught you. That in one question, try to find out multiple answers. So you don't need to do it. No, 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 no. Half is no. Exactly. Communication management plan or communications. Okay. This is what B. What C is referring to? Okay, more better answer than this, Usman. It's a part of resource management plan, yes, but what is it? We create a matrix if you remember. What is this matrix? What we call that matrix? Yes, Raci matrix. Good. And what D is referring to? No, not a stakeholder register. Where we write these things, unaware, resistant, supportive, neutral. What is it? No, 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 no. What we call this matrix? There is a matrix where we write these things. We call it stakeholder engagement assessment matrix. Exactly, Swan. Everything is in front of you, man. But no one is looking. No one is focusing. Which of the following statement best describe the stakeholder engagement assessment matrix? And I think answer is very loud and clear here also. So what is the answer for question number 11? No, Naveed. Far away. It could be correct if I remove the right answer. As I always say, there are always two answers which are quite correct, but one is better than other. Usman, yes. Naveed, yes, very good. So yes, it compares the current and desired level of engagement of each stakeholder. If I remove this, A could be the right answer. Next, which of the following individuals is not a stakeholder in a project? Come on, Usman, how you can say that? No, no, Ravi. Navid, you finished all, and the thing which you did not answer is the right answer. What happened to others? Usman, Saeed Usman, no. Someone who is not interested in the project cannot be a stakeholder in your project. Good. Next, what does configuration management address? And you know the configuration management, which we discussed on the last day, always as project integration management. There is a word which I always say that this is the keyword for it. You can select the answer with full confidence if you find this keyword in this question. No, 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 not yet, not yet, not yet. There's only one keyword which is there, which will help you to answer this question all the time. Yes, Hafiz. Version control configuration management system is used for version control. Configuration management system is used for version control of the project. Great. And now you know the answer, please, for 15. What is it? Mhm. Yes, Usman, good. Half is yes. What about others? Still waiting. Only two have answered it. Naveed, Mohsen. Naveed, no.